Hey friends, Greg here with the Pennywise guys. My front grille on my pickup truck here has blistering chrome, and last week I showed you how to repair that chrome, and it came out about 80% good. It wasn't quite good enough for me. I said it was okay, but after I got done being sick, I decided it wasn't good enough. So I did it again. I'll show you how I did it, and I believe it's about 98% perfect. Let me show you how I did it. Let's get started.
This is what it looks like before the repair. The chrome is blistering up and it's just all wrinkled. Looks horrible. Alright, first thing you need to do is take a nice sharp razor, and we're going to cut around this bad area. So I'm going to start up here and I'm just going to score it down. Nice straight line. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and let's see, we're going to start this down, maybe start it down here. Okay, it's going to take a little bit to get it started here. There we go. It's gonna peel off the chrome. Gonna do a cut here. Okay, we're gonna make sure that cut okay. Once you get it going there, it's just hard to get it started. We're getting it. It could be, doesn't have to be straight line. It just has to have a clean edge that's not up. So if you have a problem with that, trim it like that. Yep. Just gonna trim it off here. It wraps around the back of it. You can't get that, so you just got to cut it off close to the edge. Okay, after the first attempt, and I only got about 80% or a little bit better results. I'm going to go ahead and redo this to show you a little bit longer technique that will actually get a better result. The cost is a little bit higher because we're going to have to use more vinyl. There's some bad spots here and here. I cut that out as well. And we're going to go ahead and start way over here where the logo is, because the color difference in the vinyl and the actual chrome is a little bit different. So I'm going to do a color break right here and go an entire piece covering these two bad areas that I cut out the bad chrome. And the other thing I did is the dimension, that when you cut it out, that chrome has a slight dimension and it causes a little bit of a indentation there, and you see that. So I went ahead and used the Bondo glazing spot putty. You can get that at Walmart for about half the price of at an auto parts store. $6 at Walmart, between $12 and $15 at an auto parts store. So I'd advise you buy your supplies at Walmart with a Bondo squeegee. Put the glaze putty in a thin layer, let that cure, and wet sand it with a block sander. Wet sand it, okay? And you got that nice and smooth. And then what I do is I take the clear coat finish and just spray the glaze putty only. So I tape this off, spray a light film on that, let that cure for a day. You can get that clear coat finish at Walmart or auto parts store, and seal that glaze putty. After it's sealed, then it's cleaned, everything's cleaned off. I went ahead and pre-cut the vinyl in one piece. So it'll start over here and go all the way around and come down to here. This was the problem area where there was not a lot of give with this Mylar. If you take the plastic liner off and heat it up with a heat gun, you can stretch it, but you dull out the finish. So we're going to try to do it without heating it. And so by doing it where instead of one piece here and try to stretch it around, I cut it to where it's like this and it has less stretching. So all I have to worry about is this spot right here instead of down here. And so we're going to attempt to put this one piece of vinyl on, and it should get better results. The cost of that roll is about $10 plus on Amazon. I'll include a link at the bottom. A tube of glaze putty for $6. You're only going to use it just a little bit, so the cost of that is not much. And then the clear coat. So buying all the materials, you're looking at about $20, but you're probably only using $3 or $4 of materials to actually do this fix. So you'll have the rest of the materials to do other fixes if you have other spots on your vehicle or future repairs. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started now with the. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the backing on the liner back just enough, and we're going to, because it's a little harder. Don't touch this area. I'm touching the spot that's going to be above it. Okay, so we don't want to ruin the adhesive. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and start up here. You get a little bit of a wrinkle, you can pull it right back up. Okay. And that clear protective liner, you might have to peel it off in order to, we're going to get this down here. I'll come back and trim that a little bit. We're going to get the, okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel the liner back a little bit, just to allow me to, the liner can get in the way. If you pull that liner back, then it actually will stretch a little bit. You don't want to stretch it too much, but you can actually pull this back with it, pull the liner back with it, and get that worked in there. And we'll get that trimmed out a little bit here. Okay, gonna bring it up a little bit. Use the palm here. Okay, I gotta bring the liner back here. And we'll wrap that up underneath there in a bit. And this is where it's going to be a little bit trickier. You got to try to do a little bit of stretching. Just work it a little bit at a time here. Back and forth. Back and forth with my thumb, if you can see it. And I'm holding it down here, just kind of pulling it and stretching it just a little bit to get this here. Once you get past this corner, then it's going to be hopefully a little easier. Just a little bit of back and forth. Get that past the, I'll go ahead and pull the liner back a little bit more. Yeah, the first attempt I was sick and I wasn't doing too good, and I said, you know, this is good enough for my truck, which it was, but I want to show how you can get this just about perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be really good. That's my goal. So I just wanted to show you a difference between the first time I did this and the second time, to show you different techniques. And you don't see where the other fixes were. This is nice, okay? So that's a little bit more money, a little bit more time. And I said this grill was $75 replacement. That's the real cheap one that probably, this is the original, last 23 years before it went bad. The replacement for $75, I bet you it'll last a couple years. You can get a really nice replacement for several $100s, but so if you want the cheap route, you'd only get a couple, 3 years before you start having maybe the finish on it doing the same thing it did here after 20 years. So I think it's worth fixing, but it's up to you. A little bit of nice thing is with a piece of vinyl that, or Mylar, this is Mylar, that you get, you could try it again if you mess it up, because you'll have enough material to give it a second try and learn, and don't like it, do it again. Okay, I'm getting around that corner. This is working out pretty good. Just making sure that I don't have the wrinkles. Pull it back up and you can pull it a little bit, kind of help stretch it, help stretch the wrinkles out. Just try not to grab the adhesive area to get your oils on your fingers on there, and then it just won't stick as well. Okay, get this here. Actually, this is extra material here. I can actually hold on to that. I'm trying to get this around that. And you pull against the wrinkle here and work it with your thumb or your finger, and it will slightly stretch. And if you have to use a heat gun, keep in mind it'll stretch very easily, but you lose the sheen. So that's last resort. Just take a hair dryer and heat it. But okay, this is gonna have to be okay. There we go. Unfortunately, it's stretched enough to where it's not going to cover right here, and I'll show you how to fix that. It's I'm just taking it down as far as I can, and the lower it is on there, the difference in color on the chrome is not noticeable because it's behind the cattle guard here, and so I'm not worried about that as much as getting it up here where it could be wrinkle free. Okay. Okay, that's that. So you can pull it up and get the wrinkle out. It gives a little bit of time for the adhesive to really start to bite into the and hold on a more permanent basis there. Well, see, it stretched that much, so that's something you have to keep in mind, that you'll need it to stretch. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there, and then I'm gonna trim this here, and then I'll show you how. And I might just leave that, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a straight cut and splice another piece, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a brand new razor, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get on this side here, and we're going to go ahead and trim this. Just run it along the edge here. If you find the edge, there it is. Peel that off there. Okay, it looks looking good. If you get a little bubble, you can poke it and squeeze that air out like that. Okay, this one here, I'm going to have to slice it here so I can get it pushed underneath there. Okay. And go ahead and go along and push underneath. Got a little bit of a wrinkle there, so I'm going to pull it back out here. Try it again. Okay. Push it straight on there. Got a little bit of wrinkle there. Try it, pull it out. Try it again. It's looking pretty good. Gonna have to cut it here. Okay. Get this to go in there. Okay, and then we'll put a little patch piece in there. Go ahead and get this stretched in there like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut it straight across here for now, using a straight edge. And come back and trim that a little bit. Let's just get it laid down here. Yeah, looks pretty good there. Stretch that into the corner. And we got to make a decision here of where we're going to go with it. Let's see. After I get that trimmed, we'll make a decision how far back to cut this. Let me go ahead and just do a little bit of a slice there. I won't have to worry about a filler piece here because it's chrome on chrome. Here it's chrome on plastic and it'll be seen, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see. Figure out where we're going to go with it here. Let's try this for right now. And then okay. Get it to where the wrinkles are gone. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and trim this here. Just follow the edge of the grill. Push in there so you can find that edge. I use a squeegee here and push tight so I can see that edge. There it is. Okay, find that edge there and follow it. Here we go. All right. Okay, get this off here. Any hole, just poke a little hole in it, push the air out. All right, we'll go ahead and trim this here. Freehand it right there. I just see where the transition, where I want it. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Get this here. Okay. Let's see. do this. Slice here. So it'll lay down. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off to make that transition right there. Okay. Looking better. You got a bubble right there. I'll go ahead and poke a hole, squeeze the air out. There that bubble is gone. Okay, we're going to go ahead and push this tightly against that edge here, and we're just going to run it. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight because it's chrome against chrome, so you're not going to see that. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and trim this off here. That looks good. That looks good. Alright, we're getting really close. Okay, I gotta make another cut here. Let me get this cut first. Get it out of there. Cut that all the way through. There we go. Alright. Got a little air bubble here, poke it, squeeze it towards the hole where you poked. It pushes that air out. Okay. Alright, all I gotta do is put a little piece in there. Grab a piece here to fill in. Let's see. That may be too big. Okay, we'll put that piece in there, and I think there. Okay, another little air bubble. I'll poke a hole right there, push the air towards the bubble where I poked the hole. Okay. There we go. Okay, I went ahead and spliced in the piece on that corner, and I didn't overlap it, I just butt fit it, and it'll look fine. It looks really good. Alright, all completed. Looks really nice. I'd say at least 98% perfect. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below if you think it was worth the extra time and a couple extra dollars in expense. I pray that you are blessed, that you know Him who is the author of life.